And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, we are into the final 2 days of the January transfer window. Of course, deadline day being on February 1st, funnily enough, at 11 PM. And of course, look, there is still a lot of activity to be done for Rangers. Yesterday, you would have seen Diamande. Actually, he was obviously announced by the football club a couple of days ago, but was kind of unveiled at Ibrox, if you like, due to his... for whatever reason, he was left in Denmark. However, you know, he got to do some behind the scenes of him arriving at Ibrox and all the rest of it. So that was done yesterday. Of course, Oscar Cortez should be unveiled either tonight or tomorrow. But that is a done deal, so don't panic on that front. And it is also said Hefty as well is close to being announced and unveiled by the football club too. Look, apart from that, in terms of the incomings, look, there could be a late swoop for a striker. Yes, we know that, but depending on who, we don't really know a name just yet. It could be a busy final 2 days. So as I said, be aware that we might be going live quite a lot throughout the day and quite a lot throughout the sort of ending of the January transfer window. But today's video, guys, is actually more with regards to outgoings. Now, last night, you would have probably heard that Jack Butland, there was an official bid submitted for Jack Butland from Nottingham Forest. But Rangers have instantly rejected it and basically get a hands-off, he's not for sale approach on the player. And that's news that is great to hear. But obviously Jack Butland in this day and age nowadays, of course, every player does have their price, but Jack Butland to us at 30 years old, being an Englishman as well, a former England international, you know, I'd be starting the bidding at around 20 million quid. That's how valuable he is to us, especially this season. People go, Dan, you're absolute talking heap. But look, listen, he's a very, very valuable goalkeeper to us. He's done a lot. He's probably saved us quite a lot of points, especially at the start when we were absolutely ranked rotten under Michael Beale. But awesome as well. You know, you've got to look at some of the clubs that are trying to get him. Nottingham Forest. The Premier League, 20 million quid is nothing to them. And as I said, as for a 30-year-old, English, a 30-year-old as a goalkeeper is very, very young. You're just coming into your sort of peak. And English, and of course an England international. So everyone knows he's always been a good goalkeeper. Bidding for me starts at 20 million quid. But as stated, Rangers did... instantly reject a deal for Jack Butland, which is good to see, and not entertaining any offers, and especially not entertaining any lowballing offers. Look, we are in January. It's very, very imperative to what we're trying to achieve this season, and if we were to let go Jack Butland, then, you know, it could have been quite serious for us. And not to say that Robbie McCrory wouldn't step up for it, but it would have to be, as I stated, eye-watering amounts of money if we were ever to part ways with Jack Butland. But Rangers are in a great negotiating position anyway if there was to be a fee sort of match to it. He's got a long time left on his current contract, and as I say, Butland loves to stay here. But yeah, an official bid was submitted, guys, but Rangers have instantly rejected it, and he's not going to be going anywhere else, which is great to hear. And as I stated, I don't want to see Jack Butland go. He absolutely gets the football club. He's amazing, and as I said, this football club has a great history of having great goalkeepers. You know, Alan McGregor, who just retired recently, and you know, we just had so many over the years. So Jack Butland could definitely be one of them and create his own legacy and play for us for the next 10 years. Sounds crazy, but you know, he could. Goalkeepers can go way into their 40 and still be very, very good. So yeah, Butland could well be a Rangers great in himself, and I think he's just at the start of his career at this football club, and I don't really suspect him wanting to go back down south and playing as a number 2 role for a team like Nottingham Forest. You know, he's here to win trophies now, and as I stated, if he wanted to be a backup goalkeeper, he would have took double the pay and went to Manchester United, the team that he supports in the summer, instead of choosing Rangers. There apparently was an offer on the table for him back in the summer to be the sort of third choice goalkeeper at the club he supports, and on double the pay. So I don't think he wants to go. I think he really loves it here, and he's hoping he can try and get an England call-up. As an England fan myself, I would love to see Butland. I don't think England are... they're very, very short in terms of goalkeeping quality. If we're looking at Pickford being the measurement of a best goalkeeper that England have, Jack Butland certainly could be within the shout. But guys, official bid has been rejected. There could be more bids coming in the way for Jack Butland this January. But as I stated, guys, Rangers have put a hands off. He's ours. He's not going anywhere. But as I do always say, every player does have a price, but it'll have to be eye-watering amounts, and I'm talking eye-watering amounts. Probably Scottish football record amounts for Rangers, the part way of Butland in the January transfer window, most certainly. Now, funny enough, in other news, guys, as we do go into the final days of the January transfer window, beyond, if I said this to you 2 months ago, you would have absolutely laughed at me. But yes, according to reports out in Italy, and as I stated, this isn't paper talk from the Scottish Sun or the Daily Record. This is coming from a very reputable source out in Italy, a renowned journalist by the name of Gianluca Di Maurizio. And he's basically stated that Cyril Dessers is attracting transfer interest from Italy. Believe that? Do you believe that? Cyril Dessers is attracting interest from Italy. Yes, Rangers, of course, brought the player in for £4 million at the start, in the summer under Michael Beale. Got off to a tough start in his first 6 months, really. It's not been great for him. However, finally, over maybe since Clement's come in, he's started to show what he's all about and got 12 goals in 33 appearances so far, which actually isn't bad. I think he's already equaled the same amount of goals that Alfredo Morelos scored for us last year, and that's saying something. But the thing is with Cyril Dessers, it's not the goals to game ratio that we're that concerned about. It's actually watching the player week in and week out. Watching him tells the whole story about the player. He's a very frustrating player, but actually he's probably one of our attackers that we actually need to hang on, because we're in a shortage of that, especially with Danilo out injured, especially with Seamer out injured, and especially with us not really bringing in a player in through the door. But as I stated, guys, Gianluca and sources out in Italy are stating that both Hellas and Verona and Torino are keen to make an attempt to sign the frontman this January. If you had asked me maybe a month ago, I'd probably been like, yeah, can we get 5-6 million quid for it? If we get £4 million back for him, absolutely, I'll bite your hand off for it. But we're in a weird state that actually we need to keep on to Cyril Dessers this January, unless we were to sign obvious, maybe Shankland or somebody like that. But who knows? But yeah, Cyril Dessers attracting interest from Italy. I can't believe it. Absolutely crazy. I know it's crazy. But, he's coming into decent form recently, to be fair to the boy. And as I said, hopefully he can carry it on going forward. And, probably Rangers won't entertain any bids in the final days of the transfer window for Cyril Dessers. Maybe at the start. But look, certainly a player. It would be certainly interesting, yeah, most definitely. But that's all I've really got for you guys today in terms of transfer news. Yes, it's been more with regards to outgoings. I'm just going to rubbish one report quickly. There was reports stating that Mainz were sort of close to signing Rabbi Matondo. I'm here to say that's BS. Don't listen to that one. That's not true. There is no truth in that transfer rumour. However, today's headlines, if you like, is Jack Butland was subject to an official bid yesterday from Nottingham Forest. Rangers have instantly rejected it. And then secondly is that Cyril Dessers, believe it or not, is attracting interest from Italian Serie A sides Hellas Verona and Torino. And both the Italian clubs could look to line up a bid before the January window closes. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Crazy world that we live in, but that's it. In terms of other incomings, guys, as I said, do expect, as I say, Cortez to be announced either today or tomorrow. And then, of course, Hefty could still be coming into the football club after he went to AWOL at Applewell. And then maybe the striker. We need another striker. Here's hoping Rangers get the job done. But anyway, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts, firstly, on Butland. How much is he worth to Rangers Football Club? And how much would a club need to pay for him to be sold this January? I'm not talking about in the summer what you think he's worth. I'm saying this January, how much would a club need to pay for his services? And secondly, would you sell Cyril Dessers? Yes or no? Let me know down there in the comment section below. Guys, hit the like button.